Today's lesson, you will learn how to solve equations involving brackets, and you should be able to do this by the end of the lesson. Okay, so when we see an equation involving a bracket, the first thing we want to do is expand the bracket, so multiply it out. So I'm going to begin by multiplying each term inside the bracket by 2. 2 times b is 2b, 2 times plus 5 is plus 10, equals 18. At this point, it becomes very similar to our two-step equation, so we're just following the same process. We want to get rid of the 10 first. Opposite of adding 10 is taking away 10. That leaves me with 2b here, and 18 take away 10 is 8. Now I have a 2 multiplying by b. I want to divide by 2 to get rid of that. 2 divided by 2. I'm left with b equals 18 divided by 2 is 4. For part B, we're doing the exact same thing. We're multiplying throughout by the 3 to expand the bracket. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times plus 5 is plus 15, equals 45. The opposite of adding 15 is taking away 15, so I'm going to subtract 15 from either side. That leaves me with 3x on the left-hand side, and 45 take away 15 is 30. The opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3, so I'm going to divide each side by 3. That leaves me with x equals 10. Okay, example 2, same idea. I'm going to begin by multiplying throughout by 2. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, equals 4. The opposite of subtracting 2 is adding 2, so I'm going to add 2 to either side. That leaves me with 2x on the left-hand side, equals 4 plus 2 is 6. The opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2, which leaves me with x equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. Multiplying throughout by 4, 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20, equals 4. The opposite of subtracting 20 is adding 20. That leaves me with 4x on the left-hand side. 4 plus 20 is 24. Dividing each side by 4 leaves me with x equals 24 divided by 4 is 6. Okay. Multiplying throughout by 5. 5 times 2x, just be careful here, 5 times 2x gives us 10x. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5 equals 15. The opposite of subtracting 5 is adding 5, which leaves me with 10x equals 15 plus 5 is 20. The opposite of multiplying by 10 is dividing by 10, which leaves me with x equals 2. Multiplying throughout by 3. 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times plus 3 is plus 9, equals 24. The opposite of adding 9 is subtracting 9, which leaves me with 12x equals 15. The opposite of multiplying by 12 is dividing by 12, which leaves me with x equals 15 over 12. 15 and 12 both lie in the 3 times table, so we can divide top and bottom of this fraction by 3 to give me a simplified fraction of x equals 5 over 4. Okay, last couple of examples are a bit of an extension. So if you feel like this is pushing you too far, you just stick with examples 1 to 3. Example 4, we've got quite a lot going on here, but BODMAS tells me I still want to deal with those brackets first. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. We've still got our plus 2x. The 2 doesn't multiply that because it's not inside the bracket, equals 8. Now, when going through questions like this, you want to simplify every step possible. So right now I can see that I can add together my 4x and my 2x. 4x plus 2x gives me 6x. I've still got the negative 8 and it still equals 8. Now I'm just solving a two-step equation. The opposite of subtracting 8 is adding 8, so I'm going to add 8 to either side. That leaves me with 6x equals 8 plus 8 is 16. X equals 16 over 6. This fraction can be simplified. It is divisible by 2 on the top and bottom. 16 divided by 2 is 8 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our final answer is x equals 8 over 3. Example 5. Again, BODMAS says we deal with the brackets first. The number that is multiplying that bracket is 4. So we want to multiply throughout by 4 first of all. I'm going to leave the 3 alone. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. We don't multiply the 5 by 4 because it's not inside the bracket. I'm going to simplify where possible here. There's no other x terms, so 8x stays itself. 3 take away 12 gives me negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4 equals 4. The opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4, so I'm going to add 4 to either side. That leaves me with 8x equals 8. And then the opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8, which leaves me with x equals 1.